everyone, this is Niharika from Your Legal Career Coach. We are a mentorship platform for law students, and on our YouTube channel, you will find interviews with students and industry professionals which will make your journey easier. Today, we have with us Pratyusha Susarla, a 2024 graduate from YLS Law College, Pune. Pratyusha was enrolled in the Job Ready Growth Camp at YLCC and has secured a job at Zalmi and Associates. In this session, she will be talking about her experience at the Growth Camp. Welcome, Pratyusha. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Niharika. It's always a pleasure to be on the YLCC platforms.
That's great to know. Yes. Could you introduce yourself and tell us firstly what inspired you to study law and also the areas of law that you were interested in?
Sure. So my name is Pratyusha, as Niharika has already introduced me. I am from the 2024 batch at ILS Law College, Pune. And my inspiration to study law came from the fact that I was always a very argumentative child growing up. And somewhere down the line, it has always been fed to me that I'd be a good lawyer. And yeah, I didn't think twice before enrolling into the course, and I had a great time in law school.
Right.
Yeah.
Could you tell us the areas of laws that you were interested in?
Yeah, so ILS, when I started at ILS, it was a course where we had the first 2 years of BA, and then law just came from the third year, right? So I didn't have much of an idea as to what I should do because I'm a first generation lawyer. So I ventured out into litigation and then found out that it's not my cup of tea and moved on to corporate and M&A, general corporate, which I thoroughly enjoyed, but I had an inclination towards media and entertainment law because I come from a family that has been into music, classical and contemporary music. And yeah, I started interning with IP firms initially, and I just interned with one media law firm before I could totally make up my mind with regards to where I'd want to work. I also had the experience and opportunity to work at Nayak and company in their corporate team. But I had seen the other teams working closely. The other teams, when I mean the other teams, are the IP and media entertainment teams. So that's when I thought that I would be interested in working in both either corporate or the media and entertainment team, and I was open to it. And as soon as the course, my graduation, as soon as I graduated, I didn't get placed in the college, and I'd been applying to various firms in both the corporate sector and the media and entertainment sector, and I came across the Job Ready Growth Camp on LinkedIn on Samvanika Mam's page, and I found it interesting for the reason that no one else was doing it. So that's how, yeah.
So can you tell us about the key challenges that you faced while trying to secure a job or internships in this domain?
Yeah, so the first challenge is media and entertainment law is a niche field. It's not as developed as the corporate or the litigation side of things. And there are very few firms working on it full time. And it's based entirely out of Mumbai because right now the Bollywood capital of the country is Mumbai. And even the South Indian industries that have a good turnover do go to Bombay for their legal work. And my college was based out of Pune, and we had a very strict attendance policy. We couldn't miss much classes. So that is very difficult for me to get an opportunity to work with a media and entertainment law team, especially when things were going offline more than online. And when I did get an opportunity, I got an online opportunity. So I couldn't experience things firsthand. I would get selected work, any work that an intern would get. It's not much, right? So that was one of the biggest challenges I faced as somebody who was into media and entertainment law.
Right. What did you gain from the growth camp and how did your approach or strategy, so to say, change post attending the sessions?
So, as a law student, you never know what an interviewer expects from you. I don't think any law college in the country teaches that to you, be it NLSIU or ILS or Amity or whatever law school it is. They don't teach you what goes on in an interviewer's mind or what the firm expects out of a fresher. And I think YLCC has cracked that code. They know how an interviewer thinks, because I think the mentors that YLCC gets for you from working professionals that YLCC gets for you are themselves recruiters or inside the legal industry. So that becomes very clear to you. And secondly, I think when it comes to revising your basics, I mean, as a fifth year student, I didn't remember what half the contract acts were or what the Sale of Goods Act said. because that I learned that way earlier in law school, right? So from an interview perspective, so I was preparing for a corporate role, the media and entertainment part. I was not focusing as much when I enrolled in the course, but that was not a closed avenue. I was still open to working there, and that had come forth. But I think one of the most important aspects are in any field of corporate law, contracts, sale of goods, and all of these basic laws that you learn as a first or third year, right, based on your college, right? Great brushing up by Samanika ma'am and other mentors who had come. I think that was one aspect that really helped me. The third aspect was how the industry experts came and took our sessions and clarified our doubts personally, and also told us what they expected themselves. I mean, it's one thing when you from YLCC or Shubhi from YLCC or Utkarsh or Samanika ma'am is telling us, but it's another thing when, for example, say the principal associate of CAM is coming up and telling us that this is what we expect from you. So that's been there throughout. And also, I think the way that the technical interview and the HR interview were set up, the questions that were tailor made for each person, because everybody, of course, in the corporate sector also have their own preferences. I was more inclined towards general corporate and M&A. One of my batchmate was more inclined towards the competition area or PVC or whatever. So I think when we had that chat with Samanika ma'am, she was very clear as to how should we approach towards answering such technical questions, or how should we approach towards answering HR questions. And I think we had a mentor from outside who had given us a in-detailed description of how we should be in an HR interview, which helped us throughout. I mean, I even kept those points in mind when I was giving my interview for the firm that I'm working at, or I'm joining. So that was very helpful. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. It was a pleasure to have you as a mentee at YLCC. On behalf of YLCC, I wish you the very best for your journey ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Niharika. It's been a great time chatting with you.